All right, shaving company Gillette is getting praise from the LGBTQ community for this new ad. Take a look.
I went into my transition just wanting to be happy. I'm glad I'm at the point where I'm able to shave. South, south, north, north, east, west, never in a hurry. Right.
More. Now don't be scared. Don't be scared. Shaving is about being confident.
The commercial shows a dad teaching his transgender son how to shave his face for the first time. It stars Canadian artist Samson Brown and his father. The tagline is, whenever, wherever, however it happens, your first shave is special. It's part of the company's new hashtag #MyBestSelf campaign.
And it's airing everywhere now,
Yeah.
so you will see it.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
Kind of on the subject.
Yeah.
Do you do this, or do you just do one direction?
No, I do both directions.
Yeah, I got to tell you, you do that every now and then. You run the risk.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and I have a big, you wouldn't think, but I have a really stubbly beard.
Yeah, and it's it's funny with something like that, teaching your son.
Oh my
that
gosh.
first, it's a nerve-wracking experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to watch my dad do it and be like, wow.
My dad was old school. He just had a razor blade.
Oh.
Yeah.
Put it on it. Rub some dirt on it.
I'll be honest with you though, because it's so early when we get up and I have to shave, I use an electric razor.
Yeah?
And the other thing is, because I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll get growth from the car ride, from the shave to the car ride in. So sometimes I have to redo it
we
here.
noticed.
You know what it's like?
Gonna say anything.
Well, your beard grows overnight. I get up in the middle of the night. It's not-
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. What can you say at this point? I mean, never in my life did I think I would live to see the day that commercials like this would air, that they'd have their propaganda background theme and everybody be all jumpy and cheery and say that this is normal. This is no hate against any specific people out there, but let's be realistic here. You gotta be kidding me, right? Gillette, who just had a commercial a couple months ago, which cost them a lot of business apparently, where they pretty much said men were awful, right? That men were just the worst possible thing and they were pushing feminism. Now they have this with a transgender person shaving. I mean, they are normalizing this at a rapid, insane pace. And this is amongst teens. These are teenagers that talk about your first shave is boy. And you can see right in front of your face, whenever, wherever, however it happens, right? Might as well just say, do what thou wilt. At this point. And, you speak against this kind of stuff, you say that it's not normal, and they just will nail you with hate speech, right? They just go, oh, you're just a horrible, hateful person. Why in the world is a woman growing facial hair? Now, listen. I've seen some girls before with some facial hair. Now, they weren't transitioned. Is that the word they use now? I mean, I've seen some girls who were regular girls that, a little mustache on there, but all right. Maybe she needs to shave, right? But this, normalizing this, like this is just a regular day in the park, that women are now growing beards and their dads are teaching their new sons how to shave when they're born women. I don't know how much more of it I can take, to be honest. It's because it's insanity. That's what it is. It's not hate speech. It's insanity. That's the best way to put it, right? Nobody's wishing harm. The people who are being brainwashed into this need prayer and help. Help. Because all of this stuff is psychological. Everything that's going on in this silent war that we're all dealing with is psychological. But when you're awake to it, when you see it, you realize that they're working you, that they're playing you 24/7. With every TV commercial, with every news story that comes out, it's all to psychologically condition and engineer you. And that's what's going on. And now they've engineered our entire culture, our entire society into thinking this is normal. Like this isn't even considered an outrageous ad. This is considered normal. And speaking against it is considered hateful. It's like, listen, you're born with what you're born with. Deal with it. right? But of course, they have to defy God. They have to defy logic. And people are just like, yeah, that's fine. You know, if the girl wants to take, and it's like, they even promote this stuff like it's safe for, you know, a girl to be taking all these hormones and a boy to be taking all these hormones to become a transition into a woman, right? There's nonsense like that. It's all over the place. I mean, somebody sent me an article today. My boyfriend's pregnant with our child. And the whole article is just about, are we ready to become parents? It's like, wait, ready to become parents. The title is My Boyfriend's Pregnant with Our Child. And the topic is, oh, it's very emotional. We're very excited how we're going to raise our kid. Your boyfriend is having your child. Hello? Anybody out there? I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to find anybody who you can consider sane anymore. The funny part is they think we're all nuts. That's why I don't care. People are like, oh, I'm sorry for the mean things people say. I don't even blink. You know, and when people troll, I love trolling back because I know what happens when I troll back. They don't even want to deal with me. I wear them down so much. But these people who are like, oh, you guys are idiots. I mean, like, I don't even blink at stuff like that because these people are so socially engineered and dumb. It's frightening. You know, they can't conjure a single independent thought on their own. Everything that they do and say is manufactured. From the school system to the television, to the radio, to the newspaper, to being on their device 24/7 so that they can be programmed 24/7. It's like I said in the video I recently did about your home becoming a prison. I mean, they're working people around the clock. They want you in front of a TV. They want you in front of your phone. They want you in front of everything. CNN. They want you to play in this stuff. It's psychological warfare. And through that, they can engineer people. So this is how this stuff becomes normal. And you would think in a world where maybe, just maybe, there was some type of boundaries, right? I mean, I can't even comprehend people debating things about pro-life and stuff like that because it's ridiculous. Everyone, you know, it blows my mind that people don't think that it's murder, right? But this is something that shouldn't even be a debate. I mean, that shouldn't either. But I mean, this is like, it's insane. And then, you know, you roll out a commercial and people are just like, isn't this wonderful that Gillette's doing? I mean, what is, you know, well, Gillette doesn't have to worry about going out of business because it's a monopoly anyway. All the guys who own the, you know, own the competing companies, they own the same companies that are competing. You just don't know it. It's under a different title. They're all working together. What, Gillette's going to try to be the razor blade for, you know, for the trans community? I mean, what, we got to boycott Gillette now? I don't care if you boycott it or not. It's about normalizing. It's about normalizing abnormal behavior and defying all of logic and all of God's rules and laws, including genders. Because remember, the Baphomet is what this is about. They worship this freak show turd, the Baphomet. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, what are they going to do? Like, say the Baphomet showed up in their yard. I mean, are they going to be excited to see this goat with breasts and a penis arrive? Right? I mean, they're all going to be doing ritual chants and be like, it's here. It's a goat with breasts and a penis. I mean, personally, I'd get my flamethrower, torch that thing up right away. Right? Dump a little gasoline on them. But the Baphomet is a transgender goat. Remember that. All of these lines are all gone. There are no rules. This is the satanic world. This is the whole blueprint for it. Oppose everything that's in the Bible. Oppose all logic. Do what thou wilt. And that includes things that you would think, you'd be like, oh, well, yeah, but you can't do that. I mean, they can't. They've normalized abortion. They've normalized Satanism. They've turned Christians into the enemies of humanity. And now they're taking away genders, and people are like, yeah, so what? Let them be who they want to be. Like, what? What is the point? I mean, it doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make sense for a guy to want to dress as a woman. But just say hypothetically that the guy was like, I love women's clothes and I want to wear it. Well, you'd be like, all right, this guy's off. Okay, it's a little bit different when they want to change their private parts. I mean, I don't know what it's like to have a vagina, and I don't want to know. I certainly don't. Just like a woman doesn't know what it's like to have a penis. So even anybody who transitions, at the end of the day, I hate to give you this this heads up, And of course they'll say it's hate speech, but you're never gonna be, no matter what. Because you're never gonna naturally have that. And those hormones and those feelings, you're gonna be synthetically, injecting yourself with stuff. Why? I have no clue. I don't get it. There aren't more important things. These people don't realize that psychologically that they have just been so messed up. I feel for them. I do, because I see the propaganda they push, but I only feel it to a certain extent, sympathy, because you get to a certain point where you say, all right, I'm sympathetic that you got these mental problems about this, but insanity is insanity. And a lot of this stuff's just not normal. So, again, I'm not wishing any hatred on anyone who is suffering from this, but this isn't normal. And if YouTube and all these people want to strike and say that this is hate speech, no. I have every right to have an opposing viewpoint on this stuff, just like all Christians do, just like all normal people do. Okay? Just like they're allowed to mock Jesus and do all that stuff, and we can't say boo. It's getting ridiculous what we can and can't talk about. I'm talking about a guy pretending that he doesn't have a penis anymore and calling himself a woman. I mean, give me a break. This video probably won't be up long. I'm sure they'll strike it, but I mean, this is Gillette, folks. Okay? And this is them. They don't want you talking about issues like this because it's too sensitive and it hurt people's feelings. Well, nobody here wishes any physical harm or any harm on anyone. We just want to help people wake up and snap out of it because it's getting insane out there. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.